What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, having a great day so far, but more important, I really hope you're testing negative for all those viruses that can make us sick. It is time now for the Tuesday edition of the Virus Update for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. You just clicked onto the channel that gives you daily virus updates on all those viruses that can make us sick. There's a lot of viruses out there, but not enough information is going around to keep you informed of just what is spreading in your community. That's what I do here. I try and find as many places as possible, and I give you the latest news and data on what is going on. Want to stay informed? Just subscribe to my channel down below. Help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with anyone you know. And leave your comments down below. Alrighty, we do have one of those busier news days. They're busier than it has been lately, so let's get right into it, shall we? Starting off with this, Princess Kako of Japan has tested positive for COVID-19 after developing a fever on Tuesday. She had a sore throat Sunday after a Tokyo event and tested negative Monday, but a second test on Tuesday returned a positive result. And if we go over to my website, datareport.info, this is why I like my website for this, we can actually see that this is not the first time that she has had COVID. We do know of at least one other case. Japan's Princess Kako also tested positive for COVID on Sunday, September 24th, back in 2023. At that time, she was 28 years old. That's why one of the big things why I started a site was to keep an archive of all these different things. Let's just look at the site in general. We have tracking threads. We have a COVID section, we have COVID studies and papers, and we do have an archive of people who have tested positive. Mind you, it needs a lot of work. There's a lot of names that I have to one day add in there, but we did come up upon a previous case for Princess Kako, so there you go, Princess Kako. COVID once again. All right, moving on to this. Over in Maui, which is in Hawaii, first case of avian influenza confirmed on Maui. A case of H5N1 avian influenza was confirmed Friday in a duck. Yes, in a migratory duck on Maui, according to a Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources release. Yikes, that is not good. And continues to show that the prevalence of H5N1 and bird flu in general, again, it is making a big-time comeback right now. We heard earlier in the year, oh, everything's under control. Well, at the moment, things are not under control, and things are getting serious. Bird flu is popping up all over the place. We even had a human case over in Cambodia. We had a H5N5, different strain of bird flu, in Washington as of recently. So, yeah, things are really picking up when it comes to bird flu. And speaking of Washington, I feel like Washington's been in the news a lot lately. It's in the news once again for this. Positive tuberculosis case confirmed in Washington Senior Living Facility. Yes, public health in Seattle and King County is actively addressing a confirmed case of tuberculosis linked to the Aegis Living Retirement Community in Issaquah. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Tuberculosis, we've seen cases of this pop up from time to time this year, and, well, here we are seeing one in Seattle and King counties of Washington. Hopefully this does not lead to any more cases. They are in the evaluation process for those who may have been exposed, and as we learned earlier this year, you can have a really long time frame from exposure to eventually being sick and testing positive. So, yeah, this is quite serious to see that. All right, moving up to Canada. I believe this is in Western Canada, where an outbreak of RSV and rhinovirus has been declared at the Ponderosa Lodge in Kamloops, according to the Interior Health Authority. In an online notice, Interior Health says the entire facility is impacted by the respiratory outbreak. Those specific case numbers are not provided. This is a long-term care facility. So, yikes. RSV outbreak being declared, and rhinovirus, which also means regular common cold. But again, they are dealing with an outbreak of RSV. Now moving on to this. Youngblood is canceling the remainder of his 2025 tour due to issues with his voice and blood tests, and they're telling him that he has to take it easy. We're not going to read the actual statement from him. There's some words in it. Hey, we're a family-friendly channel, but just know this. He's canceling the rest of his tour. I'll have to update the list of performers who are sick to include that. All right, we do have a few things in measles today. Matter of fact, I think I see 3 things up here in relation to measles. First off, the Kansas City, Missouri Health Department is urging travelers to check their vaccination status after a confirmed measles case exposed passengers at the Kansas City International Airport. Yikes, this is not good. People could have been exposed at KCI on November 5th from approximately 2 a.m. until noon, and on November 10th from 2 a.m. until 4 a.m., according to the health department. And as you know, part of that is back during the shutdown, where, TSA lines were long, flights were getting canceled, flights were delayed, things were a mess, so a lot of people were crowded together at these airports. Yikes, that is not good whatsoever. Now moving on to this. 2 new measles cases found in central Utah, increasing their statewide count to 84. So Utah, now up to 84 cases, and here's another state that's giving us an update. More measles cases confirmed in upstate outbreak. You know what that means. We've been saying the word upstate a lot. That means upstate South Carolina. And the South Carolina Department of Public Health has confirmed 5 new cases of measles in the upstate outbreak. We said 2. Now, they're saying 5 here. I don't know why. And then down below it says, confirmed since Friday, bringing the outbreak total to 49 cases. A total of 52 cases have been reported across the state this year. 2 of the 5 new cases share a household with someone quarantining due to measles. And 3 new cases are from unidentified source. Yikes, that's not good. That could lead to more cases. This multiplication game that we do with measles, it's getting old pretty fast, but it's something that we keep doing again and again. And it's going to take us out through probably the rest of the year, and we'll probably continue right into next year as well. South Carolina Department of Public Health said the risk of exposure could increase with upcoming holiday travel. So they didn't say the risk is low. They're saying the risk could increase. That they know this is bad. That's not good. All right, we do have an update from the Walgreens dashboard. It's not a bad update. We're taking a look here at the acute respiratory illness activity levels, and we can see here there are a lot of light shades of green. So let's just read some of these numbers. District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., 3.64 is your overall score. Not terrible, but trending upward a little bit. New York, 3.55. Texas, 3.48. Mississippi is 3.06. Wisconsin, 3.02. Iowa, 2.98. Puerto Rico comes in at 2.96. Louisiana, 2.91. Tennessee, 2.82. We see here Nebraska is 2.81. South Carolina. Someone asked me how South Carolina doing. Well, your Walgreens acute respiratory index score is 2.58, and this goes on a scale of 0 through 10. So, yeah, South Carolina, that's not terrible, but again, these numbers are slowly starting to build upward. We could go on and read the rest, and there's a lot of them that are in the 2s. Let's just take a look. Flu is the main reason why this is starting to go up, and we do see flu in New York, 3.55, Texas, 3.48, Puerto Rico, 2.96, District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. is 2.16, and COVID. COVID is up at a couple of these. We can see here COVID is 1.54 in Illinois. New Hampshire is 1.16. Mississippi's just below 1 at 0.99. New Mexico, don't get enough data out of there, is at 0.92. Tennessee, 0.91. Arizona, another state we don't get enough data out of, 0.75 score. If you ever notice some states that I don't mention much here on the channel, it's not because I don't like those states or anything that has nothing to do with that. It's just simply a data issue. We will gain a few more states back when the CDC updates on Friday, hopefully. We will gain those wastewater sites back. And we still have the problem with some states that don't even have wastewater sites. It's totally ridiculous how we don't have enough wastewater sites. Every state should have at least a dozen wastewater sites or more. And of course, the bigger states, some of them should be just well north of 100 wastewater sites. They're not. All right, Canada. COVID-19 is moderate. Flu A is moderate. Flu B is low and RSV is moderate. This is wastewater viral activity levels for the viruses in Canada. Hey, we should get an update tomorrow from New Zealand. Usually we've been getting that on Wednesdays from Dennis, the COVID info guy. Hopefully there'll be an update. If not, I'll let you know. Taking a look at what is going on with the air qualities across the United States. Let's zoom this out. You may see some flawed data out of the Great Lakes. A little bit of a system there starting to form. Real quick, let's pause and take that hydration break. You need a hydration break. I need a hydration break. Of course, my headache does, and yeah, after this, we're going back to our headache pill again today. We didn't take it yesterday, although we did have a headache. I don't want to constantly keep just taking it daily. It's not good, but what can you do? My next doctor's appointment, for those who are wondering, is coming up on December 1st, and I'm going to be telling him that, well, you know, the last appointment, you said best visit in a while. Well, I got some problems going on once again, including these headaches coming back and some other issues. Long COVID. It is so unpredictable. All right, hydration break. How about 2 sips of water today? I mean, long COVID is such an unpredictable thing. If you don't have it, try your best not to get it. All right, air qualities in the West Coast. Yeah, worse than yesterday. Parts of Canada, just not as good as yesterday. Now, some of this, again, could be flawed. We've seen where there's these big storm systems sometimes where it does mess up the sensors. So that could be happening at the moment. Great Lakes into the Northeast, not a big storm system, but there is a storm system starting to gather some moisture, rain, and may even be some snow in parts of Pennsylvania tonight. And we do see the air qualities there, not the greatest. I don't know how much of that is true, how much of that is being flawed by the storm system, but something we have to watch. And if the wind flow is coming out of Canada, well, we do see there are some bad air qualities back in central and western Canada, so be mindful of that. Also, look at this today. Mexico dealing with some bad air qualities. I honestly do not know what is the reasoning behind that. Some of that has made its way into Texas. Guess I will have to investigate that. Hopefully not wildfires. Taking a look at what is going on in Pinellas County, Florida. And in Pinellas County, Florida, we do see sick person listed a few times. And breathing problems also listed a few times as well. Taking a look at what is going on in Maryland today. And let's refresh this. Oh my. I wish I didn't have to refresh it because now it looks worse than it just did a moment ago. We're seeing 4s here. And if you've been following along, 4s mean overcapacity at the emergency departments for the hospitals. We're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hospitals dealing with 4. There are a lot of 1s as well, but oh yeah, there are a lot of 1s there, so it looks maybe deceiving sometimes, but take a look at this. Baltimore Washington Medical Center, they are on a reroute. I wish we could get notes for it. No, we can't. I guess you have to log in to see that. Yikes, that's not good whatsoever. There is advisory definitions and reports. We're not going to bother with that. Taking a look at what is going on in Philadelphia. This needs to refresh. Hey, if you were paying attention this morning, or if you were on social media, I should say. That didn't sound right. If you were on social media this morning, you know X was down, and a lot of other websites were down this morning as well. Apparently it was a Cloudflare issue or something like that. I don't know. But let's see what the totals were this morning. 801 EMS incidents on Monday were reported in Philadelphia. That's the most that we have seen in a while. We haven't seen over 800 in many days. So we'll have to watch what happens there. Of course, Philadelphia, you're seeing this right here, this picture here. We've got a big marathon coming up this weekend. I hope that's not a super spreader for all various different viruses. COVID, flu, RSV, you name it. Well, we'll have to see what comes of that. Taking a look at what's going on in Montgomery County. I'll be in that county this evening. Yeah, despite this headache, still got to go to work this evening. Didn't yesterday. All right, total EMS calls, 18 right now. And we do see here cardiac emergency showing up. Fall victim is showing up several times. Stroke showing up in Horsham. So, yeah, a few things showing up there. Up in Bucks County, or excuse me, Chester County. Then we get to Bucks County. I'm seeing a lot of calls there. Wow. We're seeing sick person. Heart problems are listed several times. Respiratory difficulty. Another sick person. Unresponsive person. Yikes, that's not good. Now coming to Bucks County, where hopefully things are not too busy. 9 calls. That's, it's busy enough. We do see respiratory distress showing up more than once. That's not good. Taking a look at what's going on with the Pennsylvania hospitals. Again, today we're back to only seeing Southeast Pennsylvania. I want to hope all these hospitals really are green. And there are other parts of the state, I don't know, because Lehigh Valley has not updated in a while. And prior to this happening, there wasn't a day they didn't have at least one hospital with a problem. It just was very rare. You see 3 hospitals are dealing with problems in Southeast PA, but have they actually updated? No, they have not. And look at all these overcrowding updates, outdated for Bryn Mawr Hospital. Let's see, how about Paoli? Paoli, no. This hasn't updated. This is ridiculous. No one just cares. No one cares anymore. Taking a look at what's going on in New Jersey, we do see a full and total divert for patient volume at Cooper University Hospital. They are accepting trauma, stroke, and STEMI. And we do see Hudson Regional Health, the Heights, is having a specialty issue. Inspira Mannington has a specialty issue. Mullica Hill, full and total divert. Psychiatric issue at Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. And Virtua Voorhees Hospital, also on patient volume. And what's this note to say? You can't see that because my camera's in the way. It says 23 holds and 20 in waiting room with no available space. Oh, that just sounds awful. Now, if you live in that area and need to use the emergency department, don't go to that hospital. Right? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Find another hospital. That's just an absolute miserable experience. New York State. It looks like 173 new cases may still be going down slowly. That trend line has slowed a little bit. Taking a look at what's going on with hospitalizations, I don't think this update's till Thursdays now. Yeah, admissions are at 300 still. Taking a look at some wastewater data. Now, we need to refresh this. I think I was fiddling with this morning. Doesn't matter. We need to refresh this. Let's set this up for COVID and take a look here. Medium level of COVID in the Midwest, medium in the Northeast. Yes, a little bit of a change. Still low in the South, still low on the West Coast at this time. Let's take a look at what's going on up in the state of Vermont, because I'm seeing here some oranges, which represent high levels of COVID. Oh yeah, the viruses are not doing well here at all in Montpelier. Look at that. COVID is high. Influenza is high, and that's really rising at this time. A norovirus is listed at medium. This is definitely a virus hotspot at this time. Burlington. I'm afraid to even look at Burlington. And I'm not going to get into the whole story why, but I want to see what's going on here. SARS-CoV-2 is high. Influenza A, low, but that is rising at this time. Norovirus is listed at medium. Yeah, those who know me may know the full story as to why I'm concerned about that area. If not, you can message me. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Not good to see that. How about Tennessee? I'm seeing Memphis, Tennessee listed at high for COVID at this time. SARS-CoV-2. Yeah, there it is right there. COVID listed high. It has gone up in October. Now it's leveled off, but now they changed that to a high marker. Norovirus is medium at this time. Let's look for another hotspot. Let's go out to the West Coast, shall we? Any hotspots showing up out there? What's going on in Sacramento? Let's see. Sacramento is doing pretty well for the viruses at this time. Mpox, there was that detection back on September 27th. And let's take a look at San Francisco, shall we? In San Francisco at this time, things are still okay. A little bit higher now for RSV and influenza A at this time. Let's pause and take another hydration break. See, I want you to see the true me. Normally, when my voice would start to get clogged up like that, I would hit the pause button and say, all right, let's take that over again. No, I want you to really see. Long COVID is a real thing. It really does exist. Now, what were we just doing? We were looking at San Francisco. Let's go over to the other San Francisco wastewater site, and we do see influenza A there. That's medium at this time. EVD68 is high. Norovirus is medium. We do have some hepatitis detections. No recent detections of Mpox. There were detections back in early October. Now, finally, a break in that. Alrighty, folks. That does it for the Tuesday edition of the Virus Update. If you enjoyed today's update, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with anyone you know. Leave your comments down below. Ways to support the channel are listed down below. I'll see everyone again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Tuesday afternoon. Thanks for watching.